How much does it cost to build an app in 2026? Let's get started with the costs for the app stores. For Google Play Store, which means Android, there's a $25 one-time fee. And for App Store Connect, which is for iPhones, there is a $100 yearly fee just to keep your app on the App Store. There's also a part two to the App Store fees because both of the app stores actually take a cut, and they have a very similar model for how they do this. And this only applies for in-app purchases. Alright, so some things don't really apply for in-app purchases. For instance, if you're selling shoes, shoes are not a digital good, so they're not an in-app purchase. I've made a full video on the details of the different types of apps and when in-app purchases apply. Okay, but assuming they do apply here, if you have less than $1 million per year revenue, then you have the 15% fee. If you have more than the million per year, it's the 30% fee. Okay, so 15 if under $1 million, 30 if over $1 million. Okay, and I'll link to the specific App Store terms below so you can check for updates. Next, let's take a look at server costs. For very low usage, you might have server costs between $0 and $100, although a service such as Firebase does have a generous free tier, so feel free to check them out. No affiliation there, I just like the product. For medium usage, you might run into $500 a month or more for a fair amount of users using your product and, good amount of records in the database, even a few million. And finally, for very high usage, where you've got a lot of devices pinging your server and you have an incredible amount of usage, you might be looking at $10,000 a month or more for a project with extremely high usage. Next, let's take a look at the development costs for the actual build of the software. These numbers will be from my company, Bot Group LLC, so they're just example estimates for a typical project. So let's take a look here. Low complexity project could be $1,000 for a to-do list type of app. It might take 1 to 2 days. It's a quick little project, and we can get it shipped out to the App Store for as little as $1,000 in a few days. Although actual approval process on the App Store may take a little bit longer, but actual development time would definitely be within the 1 to 2 day mark for a simple to-do list app. A medium complexity project, such as an admin dashboard with some charts and user management, could be between 1 and 2 weeks, and it could cost about $5,000. And finally, a large complexity project could be $20,000 or more, could take quite some time, 1 to 2 months or more. And this could be, a large healthcare software with, clinicians, patients, charts, uploading images, managing all that sensitive data. Alright, and finally, let's take a look at some miscellaneous other costs, such as AI integrations, email automations, Maps APIs, analytics, logging. There are so many different features in your app that you may want to extend by using a software as a service or an API that costs money, such as ChatGPT integration, or maybe like voice calling integration or Maps integration. All these specific features you can use plug and play oftentimes, but your usage will determine the cost for these things. Now, sometimes you can build them in-house for cheaper, but sometimes not. So you kind of just need to take a look at the specific needs you have. Now, if you're looking for some more specific information regarding your use case, I do offer a free one-time software consultation, so feel free to book a call with me if you'd like to have a one-on call with myself. Yes, it'll actually be me on the call, and I can give you some feedback on what I think the cost may be for your specific project, and if I have availability, I could even build it for you. Thanks for watching the video. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, then subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.